It's one of history's greatest questions. Are we alone in the universe? Is there really such a thing as extraterrestrial life? Science fiction writers throughout history have dreamed of finding the first signs of alien life, but now we're beginning to take the first steps to look for it. In 2015, the European Commission announced support for the AstRoMap project, which would pool together the scientific resources of the European Union to pave a way for astrobiology research. What is this plan, you may ask? The AstRoMap project establishes a five-part methodology for European scientists who want to push the field of astrobiology to its limits. Each of the five aspects of the plan will help expand our knowledge in the field, and today we're going to learn about what they are. Firstly, we'll need to learn about the origins and early evolution of planetary systems. As you may remember from 4th grade, planets aren't the only objects in the solar system. The Rosetta space mission proved to the world in 2015 that the building blocks of life, organic molecules, can be found on comets. This was proven when we found 16 organic compounds on the comet, brace yourselves for my horrible pronunciation, 67P Churyumov-Gerasimenko. Most of the comets on 67P were nitrogen-based, and even though we tend to associate organic molecules with carbon, remember that DNA is composed of nitrogen bases. The leading hypothesis is that these organic molecules were formed during the interaction of different ices on the surface of the comet, plus exposure to solar radiation. Understanding the formation of solar systems, planets, and small solar system bodies such as comets is essential, so we know what the proper conditions in space for the formation of life are. Under this aspect of the plan, within 10 years of the publishing of the plan, 2015, we'll need to build better telescopes and observatories capable of peering into the formation of celestial bodies. Second, we'll need to figure out the origins of organic molecules. As of the recording of this video, we've officially recorded over 200 organic molecules in space, many of which were found on comets. Once we know more about the formation of comets, asteroids, planets, and other solar system bodies, the next step is to gain an understanding of how organic molecules form. However, the formation of organic molecules is most likely very slow, so there must be catalysts, substances that speed up chemical reactions involved, which we must also identify. If we do this in the lab, we'll need an understanding of variables in space, especially the different wavelengths of radiation in different parts of space that play big roles in the process of abiogenesis. In the next decade, we'll need to start performing these tests in our labs, but to take it to the next level, also begin performing organic molecule experiments in space. Third, we'll need to understand three main things: rock-water-carbon interactions, organic synthesis on Earth, and the first steps of life. We still need a better picture of how biology and geology were linked in the early Earth. Central to this are interactions between rocks, water, and carbon. Why? There are three main ingredients for abiogenesis: liquid water, CO2, and you're expecting oxygen, right? Wrong. It's transition metals, especially iron, copper, and molybdenum, which are required to carry out the chemical reactions needed to theoretically synthesize organic molecules. More important than the ingredients, however, are the chemical reactions which actually take place that allow for abiogenesis to happen. On Earth, the most likely source of these chemical reactions are hydrothermal vents. Hydrothermal vents have been proven to produce methanol and formic, acetic, and pyruvic acids, all simple organic molecules that form when dissolved carbon passes over the mineral greigite. With this lead, within the next decade, we'll need to shift our attention to hydrothermal vents, which are our best chance to figure out the secrets of abiogenesis. Fourth, we'll look at life and habitability. In the 3.5 billion year history of life on Earth, 2 billion years were dominated by microbes. Most of these were extremophiles, microbes that thrive in harsh conditions that most life can't. For this reason, it's logical to assume that with all the different conditions on all the planets we've found so far, ET life will most likely be similar to modern extremophiles. Now that we've narrowed down the search, we have a new problem. If ET life is similar to extremophiles, then they will be found in harsh conditions, which we'll have an extremely hard time reaching to study. With the AstRoMap project in the next decade, we'll need to intensify our study of extremophiles, especially the tardigrades, which you probably know better as water bears, and most of all, continue and intensify large-scale expeditions to inhospitable locations that reflect ET ecosystems. Fifth and finally, we'll need to begin identifying biomarkers. Even if we know about the formation of solar system bodies and abiogenesis, it means little if we can't find biomarkers, signs that life is present. The most famous biomarker is the molecule DNA, but with all the variables in space, chances are DNA will not be the same biomarker as those of ET life, making our biggest problem identifying life from non-life. In the next decade, we'll need to take the boldest step of all: solar system exploration. It's likely that other life exists in the solar system, especially on the moons of Europa and Titan. This will be the best way to find potential biomarkers in space. These are all ambitious goals outlined by the AstRoMap project. So far, I've explained the 5 main tenets of the plan and the goals in the next decade, but there are also aspects of the plan outlined as far as 20 years into the future. These goals have been adopted by Europe, but they should be the goals for the rest of the world as well. Pooling together our resources for science is an ideal scenario because this will allow us to reach the AstRoMap goals faster than previously thought. Together, the world can work together to build up our knowledge and understanding of the world, push the boundaries of exploration, and make the world a better place. Where will we go in the future? Thanks for watching.